what has been one of the most challenging experiences or moments in your life?
In life?
Yeah.
Sure, many. In particular, the years of the pandemic were very challenging for everyone. I would say that my years at university, particularly the 2 years in the middle, those were very difficult. I was finding it hard to motivate myself and to kind of find purpose and connection, and yeah, I was quite ungrounded.
And so how
Yeah.
did you come along to find purpose and, connection?
Uh, in a way, it started with reframing my relationship with myself. I think part of what was happening is I felt like I had squandered a big opportunity because I'd been distracted, and uh, I think that before I could change my habits, which was really the thing that needed to happen to change the trajectory of my life, before I could change my habits, I had to care enough about myself to think that changing my habits was a worthwhile thing. And to care enough about myself to do that, I needed to forgive myself for what I thought had happened. That took about 2 years. that journey of like, I'm sad. Why am I sad? Go deeper, 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 and then come back out on the other end. I don't know. I mean, that's what it looks like. If I reflect back on it, that's the journey that I went through. I'm not sure if I had been in counseling at the time, maybe my counselor would have pointed out something else.
Oh, so you went through the process, and let's assume there's also a young person out there who might be in the process of thinking that something in their life need to change or they need to get disciplined. Well, how would you suggest them to go about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that people find a peace from different sources, whether it's from faith, from their relationships with others, from I don't know, something else that they find meaningful in the world, right? But I think one of the things that like, one of the, I guess it's a belief, that you probably need to find an entryway to, as a belief that you matter, regardless of the accidents of the fault of your birth, or a mistake that you have made, or a way that you are comparing yourself with other people. Then start with this like belief that you matter. Hopefully, if you have relationships around you of people who care about you, um, a thought that's been useful to me is to say, like, sometimes people give you compliments, or they try to encourage you, or they try to say that they care about you, and you're not ready to hear that. Something that kind of like a shortcut that's been useful for me is to say, well, if I don't take seriously what they're saying about me, right? If I don't value myself, even though I see other people valuing me, then in a way, I'm not valuing them. If Renata says to me, Hatem, you're a really funny guy, and I'm like, I'm not really that funny, whatever it is, then it's like I don't value Renata's opinion. Same way that someone says, like, your life matters, like your presence matters, so that hopefully you can tie a few things together to be like, yeah, okay, like regardless of what's come before, there's still a future, and it matters. So what do I want to do about that? And just take every day as a day, right? Like, do the most you can for that day, and hope that that day, have a plan maybe for how that day is going to be better than the day before it. And I think focus on the basics in terms of habits, like sleep, eat, exercise, have good relationships, and a lot will follow from that.